Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Maisie. I keep my ponies at home, I work from home, and I love to just vlog day-to-day life and what I get up to with my ponies. I train with natural horsemanship and clicker training, I do trick training and lots of cool things. Today is day 4 and 5 of Vlogmas, so I thought I'd combine them into one. The first bit isn't really very Christmassy. It is just about horses in the winter, how to save yourself some time and little tips and tricks that I do to sort of help me get through the winter that you guys might be able to use and hopefully save you some time, meaning you get to spend more time with your horse or more time to ride or just less time doing jobs in the dark. And then on part 2 of today's video, I'll be going through my equestrian gift guide for Christmas, things that I think an equestrian would love, want or need. So stay tuned for that, and I will go straight into ways to save time in winter, and I'm going to walk you through what I do on my yard. The first one for me, which has been a big game changer and people often don't think about it, is preparing all your feeds either the day before or the morning of for the entire day, which also sometimes means buying new feed bowls, which never a bad thing. You get to pick new feed bowls, whatever colours you want. So all my ponies have got at least 2 feed bowls, and then I have a couple of spares. What I like to do first thing in the morning is come straight onto the yard, put the mash onto soak because mine have mash in the winter. Then I'll go and hay everybody while that soaks, and I make sure there's enough mash for AM and PM feeds, and I make them all up in one go. So I'll make all their feeds for the day, give them their breakfast, and then when I come back in the evening, I will bring their bowls in. These ones are already ready to go with their tea, and I just have to add a bit of water, and it gives me a chance to get the bowls washed for the morning, and I can just save a bit of time by making all the feed in the morning. And that way as well, if you've got impatient ponies, the feeds are ready. It's sometimes just easier to feed. It keeps everyone happy and calm, and it's a job that's already done. So I definitely recommend making your feeds in advance. Get a decent feed bin so you can just close the lid on them, or you can get those feed bowl covers. I personally just put mine all inside my feed bin. It's a bit dark in here, but I'm in the barn, and another thing that I absolutely love to do that really helps me is, you can't even see, hold on, make loads of hay nets. So I've got a couple made up. My livery makes some because she helps me with Finn and I help her with her pony, and I've got loads and loads of hay nets because obviously I actually feed my ponies on the floor, but I find just having them in the nets to carry is so much easier. Like, it's so time consuming having to get like armfuls of hay and take them out to the ponies, but if your nets are made and you can just go, you can grab them, put them in the fields, the stables, whatever. So I definitely think that having loads of nets made up, if you've got like an hour or even half an hour, maybe it won't take an hour, I don't know, if you've got a bit of spare time, even if you get up 20 minutes earlier and make a load of nets, you can definitely save yourself time when it comes to haying or feeding in the morning or in the evening. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to make up loads of hay nets. It is very dark. Hopefully you can kind of see what I'm going to do. I'm going to speed this up just because I like watching hay nets be made on a quick speed because I think it looks cool. So I'm going to make as many hay nets as I can in literally 15 minutes. Little top tip for any new equestrians: fill your net, put it as if you would normally, so pop your string through, make sure the weird buckle thing, whatever it's called, the knot is at the end, down there. Get this and just tie it on so then you can carry it like you've got a handbag. You can carry loads of these. This is the way I love to do it, and then it's so easy to just grab and run off. So that's one. Two. I'm not doing these really quickly either. I'm not doing them overly full, just like a nice amount of hay that I want my horses to have to eat in the morning or the evening. Obviously depending on the horse size. Sometimes I give them 2 nets, just depends who they are and what they need to eat. chucking it down outside. Here's number 4. Number 5. Wait, I know people are going to say, oh my god, you don't get all the way around the bale. I don't need to. We use it that quickly. So what I do is just pull. I will obviously tomorrow go around the back, but if I'm using it from the front, I just work all the way down and make sure I'm going right to the floor, and then the bits at the back just fall down. I can use them tomorrow. So, you know, it's pretty simple. Like my next load of nets, I'll just fill from the back hay that's fallen. We go through it so quickly because there's like 6 ponies eating off of this one bale. I must say, I do hate these tiny nets, but they're good for the Shetlands. In. I'm just going to do this one, then I'm going to leave it at that because I've got enough to keep me going for a day or so. Sometimes I won't even use them. If I've got extra time, I won't use them. I'll just like take it by hand or fill the net for the day or whatever. But I do like to leave these for when it's a rough day. If I'm in a rush, if it's getting dark, I can just grab these ones that are pre-made. There we have it. I filled a load of nets. 2 were already made, but I filled a load of hay nets, and then that'll last me, well, just whenever really. Like sometimes I will just pull it off there and go and take it into the ponies, because some of the fields, like, I don't know if you can see George. He is right there. So sometimes I will just go and grab an armful, take it to them. But it's so good to have this, especially for the girls who are a bit further away, and I can just grab them and walk, especially if it's dark, cold, rainy, anything that's, I just can't be bothered. I like to have nets made up. So highly recommend making some nets. Save yourself some time. It really does work. It is a miserable night. I am absolutely drenched. I've done the ponies while obviously talking to you guys through a couple of things that I do to save time. And there's a few more as well that I obviously can't video. So the door keeps coming open. Let me shut the door. Something I think really helps if you can do it is to share. So if you've got a yard friend, maybe you do one job, they do another. Some days you'll bring in or turn out, and you might just swap and change and help each other out, because it definitely does help. It obviously saves time. It might free you up to do another job. The thing I love to do is swap your one ridden session for a groundwork session, or do some exercises in the stable. Sort of plan some exercises or something that's a bit more stimulating for your horse, but it can be based on the ground, so it's super quick because you've not got to tack up, not really got to get ready. Even things like carrot stretchers. If you do your carrot stretchers, a bit of stimulation, just there's so many things you can do. And there's something that I'm doing a lot at the moment which is called 2-minute training, and you literally train for 2 minutes, and it's about the horse then processing, and then the next session should obviously start to understand quicker because they've done it and there's an understanding there already. So there's definitely lots of options. And obviously if you're working on the ground, you could just do like 15 minutes of pole work, or you can have a good lunge. you can go out for a little walk in hand if you've got a lane, or if obviously it might be dark, so it might not be a good idea, but depending on your situation and setup, there are definitely things that you can do to help you save time. The door's going to open again. What I love to do is prepare whatever you will need early. So a wash kit, get a bag, make sure all your stuff for washing, getting off mud, spare towels and things are very, very accessible, easy to grab. So you're not messing around looking for them, they're just there, you've got them, you can use them, and you've got a bit of a routine. Another top tip really would be to, if you are driving to and from the yard, get a basket in your car, make sure there's a bin liner or something inside it. Use it for your wet coat, your wellies, your boots, you know, your soggy jumpers, your gloves, anything that you need washing and you don't want to drive home in and it's gross. Put a spare change of clothes in your car, or make sure you've got enough layers on so you can just quickly chuck them in the back of your car. You can go home and get them washed. It just saves A, time, B, being filthy and cold on the whole drive home. It saves your car, which is one less job to do. If your car's not as filthy, you haven't got to clean it, then you can have time to ride. So just little things to really save time. And I will quickly now go into some of my favourite buys and things that you will need for the winter as an equestrian. The first one coming up is a raincoat. Let me get the website up and show you all about it. It is part 2 of the Vlogmas. So I wanted to talk about some equestrian gifts and what I think would be ideal for equestrians. Some are more expensive, some are cheaper, some are on a budget. And obviously it depends per person. But some of my equestrian essentials for the winter would have to be, first of all, a raincoat. I cannot tell you how much I love my raincoat. I'm even doing a giveaway with one over on TikTok, one I'm going to buy for somebody because I love it. I won mine in a giveaway and I have worn it so much and I'm so glad I've got it for winter. And I'm not usually like a big coat person. Like obviously they're very similar to Equidrise and all the other different brands that do the same kind of thing. But I must say the raincoat light is literally amazing. I can't believe I went this long without getting one. I never really enjoyed, I guess, the look of them. I always thought they looked a bit like long, and I don't care now. I'm dry, I'm warm, I'm comfortable. I can put my hood up, I can put it over my riding hat. You can tighten like the inside on the belt, you can tighten the hat bit. There's like so many benefits. I'll pop a few things here and obviously a photo. And obviously if you want to win one, try and go and enter my giveaway and try and win. I'm going to draw it on Boxing Day, which will fall really nicely in line with obviously Vlogmas ending on Christmas Day. So raincoat for me, 100% one of the best things I have got as an equestrian. I think as like a nice little gift, stocking filler, if you've got like yard friends or whatever, riding socks. You genuinely can never have enough riding socks, and we're here, so I'm going to promote my own clothing brand. It is closing. We are closing down and rebranding. It's keeping the same name, but we're coming back with some new items. But we have riding socks and they are £5 a pair, which is so cheap because some riding socks can be really expensive. They're not too thick. They're just, I can wear them all year round, and you just need riding socks. Everyone needs them, different colours. You know, there's loads of places that do them. You get some more luxurious ones, but at the end of the day, they all do the same job. So I definitely think riding socks are sort of like a go-to present for me. I love to buy them just to add into the gift to like finish it off, or just give it as like a stocking filler. Yeah, riding socks. There's loads and loads. And I know Aztec Diamond do a really nice like gift wrapping service, and you get like 3 pairs of socks in a nice box. So it just makes it look a bit more expensive, a bit more luxurious. It depends what kind of vibe you want to go for and what kind of person you're buying for and your budget. Obviously, if you want to buy on a budget, £5 socks are perfect. Whereas I think the Aztec Diamond ones are more, roughly around £25. I'll have a look and I'll insert it here so you guys can check that out as well. But socks, every single time. Next one is a funny topic for me because I am not a boot lover. I hate wellies. I really hate them. And I always struggle to find winter boots. I'm not dead keen on the ones I've got at the moment that you see me wearing on my TikToks. They're not as waterproof as I would like them to be. If they're going to be waterproof, I don't want wet socks, so why do I get wet socks every now and again? It's a bit annoying. But I did see these Ariat wellies and I thought they could be perfect. They're also discounted at the moment as well, so they could be a really good present idea. I don't know what they're like. I've never tried them, but obviously check out the reviews. Could be a potential purchase for somebody. I've just ordered some equestrian Ariat walking boots, but you can ride in them. They're waterproof. They've got a little heel. So I'll see how I get on with them, and I will let you guys know as well. I'll insert a picture in case anyone wants to have a look. They didn't have any discounts on, and they were kind of pricey, but I think in terms of like boots and horses anyway, you kind of just pay for what you need, and if they last, they're so worth it. The only other thing I would probably want is those Shamu, I don't know how you say it, Shamu wellies. They're like £250 a pair. Not going to be buying those because I've just bought a house, but if I had to pick any, and I hate wellies, it would be those. Other than that, waterproof boots are just so needed in the winter, especially when it's muddy, it's cold, it's rainy. What more do you need than waterproof boots? You do not need to be getting wet socks, wet feet. It's just the worst feeling in the world. And having to put carrier bags in your wellies, if you've been there and done it, you'll know exactly what I mean. Obviously, depending on the age of the person you're buying for, things like horsey bedding, horsey prints and horsey jewellery can be a great touch. I have got my own snaffle bit from Heart Horse Jewellery and I'm obsessed with it. I've not got it here, it's at Jack's house, but I love it. I love to wear it, and I don't feel, you know, sometimes I feel like certain jewellery can look a bit like young or whatever, but I actually love mine. I really do, and I wear it, and I wore it for a photo shoot I did with Finn. So yeah, but they are more on the pricey side. They're definitely a very high quality product and kind of luxurious, probably more like adult jewellery. But there's loads of kid jewellery you can get, and some are so cute. Same with bedding. Like there was someone done out for like £9, single duvet with horses on. It was so cute. And on Etsy, you can grab some really good bargains at the minute, especially if you want like prints for the wall or for a frame. And I feel like if you buy a print and it's just on cardboard but you put it in a nice frame, it can be a really nice present for someone without spending too much money. You can get a lot of them personalised, so you can get their horse on there and like you put their names on. You can get the design to look like their horse. So that's definitely one to consider for anyone like on a budget and you wanted like a nice thoughtful gift but without breaking the bank. Definitely check out Etsy for some of the prints that you can buy. As an adult, I would not be against anybody buying me bedding, feed, carrots, a rug for my horse. Like I wouldn't actually care if someone said to me, I want to get you a present, and I said, please buy this rug for my horse, or get me a bale of shavings, or whatever it is that I need, because it's expensive to have horses, and having someone like even buy a couple of bags of feed or a couple of bags of shavings, it just, I don't know, for me it feels good. So I would not be against that. And obviously depending on the person, ask them what they want. They might want shavings, they might want feed, they might want a bag of carrots for their horse, or a new rug, a new head collar, something for their horse that they might not necessarily want to spend money on right now. So never forget or miss the opportunity to buy something for the horse that they would use every single day. And going along with that, mucking out tools, mucking out fork, a brush, anything that you use day to day could literally be perfect. So definitely check in with the person and see if there's anything they're kind of missing. If they've got something that's broken, you can replace their broken tools. And I also love, well, it's not really tools, but you get personalised brushes, like for the grooming kit. Some of them are absolutely stunning. And some of them look really classy, really nice. Obviously, some more like kiddie ones. But it depends what you want to buy, who you're buying for. But I love them. I'll put a picture here. Definitely recommend having a look. As some of them I found on Etsy were really reasonably priced. Some are obviously way more expensive. But I feel like with this, there's a budget for everybody. And I feel like even if you got one that was personalised, one brush would make a really lovely gift because it is personalised. So that for me is definitely something that would be up there if I was buying a gift for like one of my liveries or one of my horsey friends. So definitely go and check them out. Another thing I love along with socks is gloves, or you know, the ear warmers, like the head warmers. You can get ones to attach onto your hat to cover your ears. You get fluffy ones, you get flat ones. Obviously gloves, you can get loads of different types of gloves, riding gloves or waterproof gloves. And I just feel like you will use them so much. Even hand warmers, buy an equestrian some hand warmers to put in their pockets. It makes life so much easier when you've not got cold hands. And just, I think with equestrians, thoughtful gifts actually are the best. So you have to think about everyday life, what they would use every single day. Obviously, depending on your budget. But I tend to think things like gloves and hats and ear warmers aren't too expensive. And they make a really nice gift. And you know that person is going to use them. I know personally, I would prefer to receive a gift that I'm going to use and could get use out of every single day. So there's 2 more or 3 more things to consider. Like something that you could literally put on and go to the yard in every single day through winter. And finally, gift vouchers. I think people kind of just go for like the usual shops, say Aztec Diamond, Lemure, whatever, so they can buy clothes. But have you thought about maybe getting a voucher for an arena hire, a trailer hire, cross-country hire, I don't know, horsey holidays? If you want to spend a bit more money, I definitely recommend getting a gift voucher for something they want to do with their horse. And it can be a bit of a goal for them. So if you've got someone who's, you know, wants to go to cross-country next summer but might not have the confidence yet, get them a voucher. And if it's going to last for a while, they can build themselves up, and it's nice to have a goal. And the fact that you haven't paid for it and someone else has, it feels nice. It's like a nice thing to do for yourself. Oh, my ring light's just died. Sorry guys, this probably won't last long. But yeah, I definitely think that a gift voucher, especially something like arena hire or something of interest to that person or a goal and to supporting their goals, is definitely a lovely way to go. That is the end of my Vlogmas day 4 and 5. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm back tomorrow with something a little bit more exciting. My ring light is dying. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.